going on, drivers? How's everybody doing today? Hope all of y'all are staying safe, staying out of trouble, being good to one another, all that kind of good stuff. I need to get to both ends on this. I just bought this not that long ago, but I noticed it had some leaks in the fittings. Now I got one here and another one over here. You know, drivers, you got to take care of these trucks. It's pretty cool. The company gives us these. Your truck is your tool. Without your truck, you can't do your job. It does no good. Just like a carpenter has tools, as a truck driver, you have tools. It can be in the form of the tools you use to take care of your truck. And your truck itself is a tool. That trailer back there is important. This truck is a tool to move that trailer. Without this truck, I can't make any money. So whether you're an owner operator, a company driver, kind of a cheap little deal, but hey, it's good to have it. No matter what your position is, you should always take care of your truck. You know? Figure out how I'm gonna do this here. I really need to get a hold of both. I don't know if this one's gonna be big enough. Hopefully this one's big enough. Oh yeah, it's big enough. That one there will work. Righty tighty, lefty loosey, right? Never have been much of a mechanic, but when I became a truck driver, I kind of didn't have a choice but to learn to become one, right? Right, got loosened up. You know, probably about 20,000 of y'all are gonna tell me 10,000 different ways I should have done this, and that's fine. Just keep commenting and telling me which ways I should have done this. I bought this air hose. This one's mine, but keeping the tires inflated is real important. One, it helps your fuel mileage. Secondly, get this out here. Come here, baby. Secondly, it helps your tires last longer. I'm trying to remember which way to screw in. I always go with them, but I'm no plumber. You may be supposed to go the other way, but I've always gone with them, and that's always worked for me. So that's what I'm gonna do again right here. I always keep a bag of tools and stuff on my truck. I know some drivers don't carry any tools, but I keep a bag of tools in my truck. I got a bag inside because if it's something I can fix, something small that I am confident in fixing, I'll fix it myself and get on down the road. Saves me from having to call. Dang, I went backwards. I should have done it the other way. Oh well. Oh well. Now let me get this tightened up. I haven't checked my tires yet, but I know they're low. I know they're low because my fuel mileage has gone down a couple tenths. And when you get to know your truck, you'll know when something's not right on it. You'll know exactly when something is off. And if you're not paying attention to your truck, well then you're just asking for breakdowns. You're asking for problems. There should be nothing going on with your truck that you don't know about. That truck is your livelihood. And even if you're a company driver, I'm a company driver, you should know everything your truck is doing. Probably have to tighten it up a little more, but that'll work for right now. You know, if it's making a noise that it hadn't made before, or your fuel mileage goes down a little bit, something just seems a little off. Some people will chalk it up to, hey, it's the area of the country I'm riding. Really? I'll prove a point right now. Now I know my fuel mileage just dropped 0.3 of a mile compared to what it normally is. So I'm probably about 5 pounds low on one of these tires. Yep, I'm 5 pounds low on that one. I'm 5 pounds low on that one. See? Proved my point for y'all fuckers. You should know your truck. You should know when something's off and something's not right. Get this down here. All right, I'm back. I had to chase my Teflon tape down, make sure my camera's on there right, and it ran off on me. Gotta find my end here. Dang, now I'm all jacked up. Dang, I done jacked this tape all up. You see that? Y'all see that? I gotta get that fixed. Oh man, I'm all jacked up here. You hear that song, All Jacked Up? Why is it coming off like that? This cheap shit. Look at this cheap shit. Near like it should. Alright. Well, hell. I'm gonna do this though. I'm just gonna have to put it on there like that. Or run it in the thread. Alright, now I'll try going the other way with this one. This one's all jacked up. And I don't have any more Teflon tape. And I'm too cheap to go inside and buy some, but I'm just gonna throw this on here like this, run it around in the thread. Might do better running around in the thread like that. What do y'all think? I jacked this Teflon tape all up. I mean all up. Good thing I'm not in plumbing school. So we're gonna try that out. This Teflon tape's going in the trash. I don't have the patience to deal with it. Let's put that on there. I've heard drivers gripe sometimes. They'll say, and I ain't doing all that crap. I don't get paid for doing all that. You kinda do. You kinda do. You ever think about it? I make 70 cents a mile. All right. That means when I'm driving down the road, my average, if I average 60 miles an hour, it's somewhere around 42, 43 an hour is what I'm making. All right. That's at an average of 60 miles an hour. For those of y'all that don't know how to figure up how much you're making an hour when you're driving, take your mileage rate, whatever it is, multiply it by how many miles per hour you average for that day. Now my average is normally higher than 60, but I'm in a 68 mile per hour truck. My average is normally like 61, 61 and a half. Now, get this put up. 61, 61 and a half, damn it. It's all stuck on there. But I'm somewhere around 40, 42 an hour when I'm driving. Now, let's say I spend an hour every morning, or 30 minutes in the morning, 30 minutes in the evening doing a PTI. All right, so you subtract that. You gotta add that in there. Now that'll drop me down somewhere around 37, 38. Now I'm doing all this off the top of my head. I can do it all on paper if you want, because I have before. But I'm doing that all off the top of my head. You'll see what my trailer looks like. I may need to clean it out. I'm gonna air my tires up. I'm not gonna do that while I'm filming because it'll get loud. And I got an airbag back here I need to look at on, I think on this one. See how dirty my trailer is. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it's gonna need to be cleaned. Shit. That sucks, because I gotta sweep it all to the back and then I gotta put it in the trash can so you don't litter. But I did it one time, and I subtracted all my hours that I worked. I took all the hours worked and divided it, and I divided it by what I made that week. You know, and I've done it a couple times. Every now and then I'll do it because I want to make sure that if I was on an hourly rate, what would my hourly rate be? And I'm always in the high 20s or low 30s per hour, and that's for hours worked. You know, I've heard some drivers say, oh, you need to be paid around the clock. Look, brother, very few jobs out there pay you around the clock. And all I can say is, if you want a job that pays you around the clock, go get a job that pays you around the clock. This simple ass simplistic job that we have is not going to pay you around the clock. Okay? Even when I worked construction, I used to travel and I'd be all over the country. I didn't get paid around the clock. I got paid an hourly rate when I was driving to wherever it was I was going. I got paid an hourly rate when I clocked in the morning on the job site, and it stopped when I clocked in on the evening when I got off the job. Yeah, I got per diem, which helped cover my motel and all that kind of stuff, but we get per diem out here too. You know, and I actually get more per diem out here than I got when I was doing construction. You know, you got some people have a money management issue, and because they have a money management issue, they think more money is going to fix it. So they blame the world and they blame everything around them because they're broke, when the whole reason they're broke is because they have a money management issue. It has nothing to do with how much money they make. It's a money management problem. They're not, you know, they're not smart with how they manage their money. They're not thinking about how they spend their money. They're probably not tracking their money. They're probably the type of person that wants instant gratification. So they think they need something, they go buy it right then. They don't think about the cost. You know, and then they gripe 3 days later when they're broke. You know, and then those are the same drivers you'll hear out here. Oh, we should be paid by the hour. We should be paid around the clock. Look, when I'm rolling down the road and I'm cruising, smoking a cigarette, drinking some tea, and my average is somewhere, you know, unless I hit a wreck or something like that and that slows me down, my average is somewhere in the 40s, high 30s, right? Even when I get behind an accident, I'm still, my average is in the high 20s, low 30s for the day. You think if they started paying me by the hour, they're gonna pay me that much? I don't think so. I do not think so. They're not gonna pay me that much. You know, so it would be a loss for me to get paid by the hour. And if you think they're gonna start paying you around the clock, yeah, you're dreaming. You are dreaming. Look, I've been traveling my whole adult life. All right. And I'm up in my 40s and I've been traveling my whole life. I work construction, working in chemical refineries, traveling around. You know, if I wasn't in trouble or something, I've been traveling. All right. No job, no traveling job I've ever had paid me around the clock. None. And I'll tell you something else. It gets a little worse. Back when I worked construction, we used to have to go to the plant, and then you would have to park in a parking lot. You'd have to walk through a gate and you'd have to stand in line to clock in. You didn't start getting paid till you clocked in. We used to have to be at that plant an hour early so that we could be clocked in on time and not be late. We didn't get paid for that hour. They were waiting. In the evenings, it took an hour to get clocked out because of everybody coming in and out. You know, I mean, it was ridiculous. You know, so, I mean, that's just life. That's just working life. It's just the way it is. I never griped about it back then. I made good money. So what? I lost 5, 6, or 7 hours a week, depending on how many days a week we were working, and it sucked. And granted, there were times we all threw a fit about it. The whole job threw a fit up in Wyoming, Sinclair. We was up there working on that, in that plant up there, that oil refinery. And it was a pain in the butt because up there we were losing about 2 hours a day because it was a really long line, a whole lot of people there. You had to be at that plant about 2 hours early before your shift in order to get clocked in on time. And you know what they told us? Pack it and go home, we'll replace you. Some people did pack it and go home. Guess what? They got replaced. You know, you got to remember that as a worker, you have to take into consideration your job. Driving a truck, man, I love it. But man, have you thought about how many people come into trucking every day? These schools are pumping out students like, you know, there's probably a couple hundred students a week, maybe more, maybe 400 or 500 students a week coming into trucking. We are replaceable, you know. And as they progress with with this technology, and some of these lanes become automated, or some of these lanes become electric, and they start using one driver hauling 2 trucks, that's going to lower the amount of jobs out here too. Even if they only do it on a small scale, it still lowers the amount of jobs out here. The smaller the amount of jobs out here get, the easier we are to replace, because the more people there are that have a CDL that are looking for a job. You know, we're not entitled to anything. We earn what we get. And you got to be willing to earn it. You got to be willing to get up and run a 500-mile day. You got to be willing to get up and run run your 10 hours and 50 minutes and get parked somewhere. You got to be willing to look at your map and actually plan your trip so that you're not wasting hours. Because if you don't plan your trip, you're wasting hours. You know how many times I've been talking to a friend of mine or another driver on the phone, and I'll ask them, where are you stopping at tonight? I don't know, I'll probably stop here or here. Oh yeah? How many miles is that? I don't know. Hadn't looked it up. Then how do you know you're stopping there? Well, I like that truck stop. Okay, you like that truck stop, but you only ran 400 miles. And don't get me wrong, there are days that I only get 400 miles. Might get stuck in traffic, might get stuck behind an accident, might get stuck in whatever, or maybe I ate something bad and I got the runs. You know, whatever the case may be. And I feel horrible on those days because I feel like I didn't earn it. Nothing in this life is free. If you want the company to give to you, you got to be willing to give to the company. And if you're an owner-operator, if you want to maximize what you're getting from your own company, you have to put in the time and the effort to earn it. You still have to earn it. It still doesn't just come to you. You're going to have to do the studying to figure out the lanes you need to be in. You're going to have to do what you got to do to keep your fuel mileage up. You know, you're going to have to do what you got to do to keep all your costs down. But even as a company driver, you have to be willing to give the company your all. That's why when things go bad at a company, I do leave, and I won't stick around long. You know, granted, I'm not perfect and I got my off days. And if I do something and I mess up and I don't get any miles for the week, I know, okay, well, I screwed up. You know, I overslept. I took a 12-hour break over there, and I took a 11.5-hour break over here. I shouldn't have done that. That messed my week up. But if I'm on point and I'm giving it my all, and I'm doing everything I need to do, you know, and I know that beyond a shadow of a doubt I'm giving it everything I got, then yeah, I should be making a living. You know, that's why I left Crete. I give Crete my all every day, 100% of what I had. You know, and I kept getting stuck on the Walmart fleet, because I just, luck of the draw, I'd end up with loads that delivered near a Walmart, and I'd get stuck on the Walmart fleet. Well, it was really hard to accumulate miles on the Walmart fleet, and that's what was screwing me up, especially when I got stuck down in Paul's Valley. That was the worst Walmart I've ever worked. You know, so I went to the drawing board, and I made a choice and decision, and I changed companies. So far here at Poly, I'm happy. I'm happy with my decision. I'm getting plenty of miles. I'm making plenty of money. They take good care of me, and I do the best I can to take care of them and their equipment. You know, and by taking care of the company as a company driver, it means trying to avoid accidents. You know, accidents cause lawsuits. That costs the company a lot of money. You know, trying to avoid anything that may cost them a lawsuit. Taking care of the equipment, keeping the truck clean, making sure that if there's a problem, you notify somebody. If I can't fix it, I need to get somebody else to fix it before it becomes something major, becomes something bigger. Taking care of the trailers, sweeping these trailers out, keeping them clean, being respectful to the customers, because these customers can buy our product from anybody. They don't have to buy it from us. You know, so I'll be respectful to the customers, and I treat them just as a waitress or waiter would treat me in a restaurant. Because in a restaurant, I am his or her customer. Well, when I deliver these loads and I'm dealing with these people out here, they are my customer. and I need them to continue buying product in order to keep me busy and keep me in business, even as a company driver. I don't want them going to somebody else to buy product because they don't want to deal with the driver delivering it. And sometimes the customer's not all that friendly. Sometimes they're downright rude, you know, but it's business. It's business. I don't worry about it. That is one time that you'll see me tuck it back, and then I'll cuss them out after I get in the truck by myself and there's no one around. You know, but while I'm dealing with them, I'm respectful. This is the way it's going to go. All right, cool, good deal. Let's get it done, and we go on. The world doesn't revolve around me. And if I acted that way, that would be if I blew up on them because they were mean to me, you know, what good does it do? Doesn't do any good. You're not going to change their attitude. You didn't fix the problem that just happened. And you may lose a customer. You never know who you're being rude with on that dock and how much pull they have with that company. You might lose a run. But anyway, I think I've rambled on enough today. I need to air these tires up. I enjoy this view, by the way. It's beautiful up here. I need to air these tires up. I need to sweep this trailer out, put it in there. I need to clean the trash out of my truck. I want to go in that TA there. Oh God, $5.49 a gallon. Ooh, it's gone back up. I need to go in that TA right there and get a shower, grab me something to eat, and start my day. I got to pick up over here at 1 o'clock. Y'all take care, stay safe. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. I'm sure I'll probably premiere this video and I'll hang out down in the chat with y'all. Probably go live Wednesday. I'm thinking of probably going live Wednesday, and I'll be going home next week, so I may not post that much next week. I may do a little bit of recording at the house, maybe get my old lady and the dog. As y'all know, my old lady started a channel where she posts about our dog, but I may do some videos and stuff for her and help show her some of the little things I've learned on YouTube. But y'all take care, stay safe, stay out of trouble. Remember, we are all family, even if we are a bit dysfunctional, and keep trucking.